Okay, there's been a lot of talk since this conflict in Ukraine has started regarding neo-Nazis amongst their military and society. This happens to be a true fact. It's a recent fact of 8 years ago and even today, because the Azov battalion and another two, they are neo-Nazi ideology. This probably goes back to the Second World War, when the Cossacks of Ukraine, which was invaded by the Germans, Nazis, most of them became neo-Nazi soldiers for Hitler, basically. And also they've been committing atrocities against the Russian population during the war. And I think at Minsk, Stalin, in the final battle, he massacred all the neo-Nazis. Then after the Cold War, they thought these ghosts of neo-Nazis in Ukraine disappeared. It was only after probably the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, yes, this phenomenon, neo-Nazi, was type of reborn. A bit like mushrooms after the rain. They come out here and there. And throughout the governments from 2014, these neo-Nazi movements were responsible for a lot of atrocities happening in Donbass and Odessa. Practically, they were ex-soccer hooligans of extreme right-wing factions, basically. And somehow, in 2014, they were integrated in the official Ukraine military as a part of the army, or the armed forces, basically. There are three. Azov, I don't remember, because Azov is a name which is taken from the sea, which is in front of the seaport of Mariupol, which used to be their so-called Rockfoot, or headquarters, or where it was started there. The thing is now, there has been articles in the past of youth camps and social culture neo-Nazi activities in Ukraine. A bit like youth camps in Nazi Germany or fascist Italy during the Second World War. It was basically the same thing. It was documented by the Western press, and you can't say it doesn't exist. Even the foreign fighters, the mercenaries, recently from Australia, they were far right from Australia, extreme. They were neo-Nazis in Australia, which came from there to fight in Ukraine. One doesn't know how many of them are there. This goes to show it's not democratic society in Ukrainian institution and armed forces. There's a lot of ideology of neo-Nazis. This is probably the motive why Putin, with his special military operation, he said he's going to wipe every single one out which is found in Ukraine, neo-Nazis, whoever professes this type of ideology, basically. And strangely, well, in Zelensky's government, there's a lot of neo-Nazi politicians, thugs basically. The SBU, it's a bit like the Gestapo of Hitler. They behave exactly the same. The secret police. So they call themselves nationalists now, but they're still neo-Nazis. And most recently, the atrocities which they committed against prisoners of war, Russian soldiers, it's just an example. No one wants to investigate or hear about these things or report in the Western media. I wonder why. It's a bit like hiding the truth. The truth will come out. It's a fact. They are neo-Nazis from the Second World War, when they used to serve under Hitler as Cossacks. Now, the Cossack regiment is a part of the Russian army, and all these symbols have been totally cancelled. In Ukraine, there's ghosts of past neo-Nazis which are coming out back to life.